What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all having a good day. Mine's going pretty damn good because it feels great outside. We finally got a cool front come through. We have had one of the hottest summers on record. It has been insanely hot outside, and it's finally cooled off. The high today was only like 80 degrees, which it's normally, this past summer has normally been like 100 fucking degrees. So I've been loving it, at least for today. It's been nice and cool. It's probably we're going to actually reach the 50s tonight. Woo, is all I can say on that, y'all. I'm loving, I love wintertime. It's just great. It's just a wonderful, wonderful season. And I know it's not wintertime yet. It's barely fall, but I still like it. I hate hot weather. I think genetics play a good part in that. If you know, you know. Mom, what's up? But yes, loving this weather, y'all. Finally got some good news here. At least for some people, it's some good news. It does prove to me that at least some of the courts aren't ideologically captured. Let's get into it right quick, y'all. This is what we got. New York Appeals Court pauses breakup of Trump business during civil fraud case. That is great news if you ask me, because this entire fraud case is insane. Most of it was thrown out because of the statute of limitations. And it's insane that Letitia James would even bring this case knowing that the statute of limitations ran out on most of this stuff. But most of the arguments in this are surrounding Mar-a-Lago. Okay, and if you haven't followed this, the judge, Engeron, declared that the property was only worth $18 to $20 million. Now, anybody with any grain of sense at all can look at that property, look at the surrounding properties, and realize that there's something very, very wrong with that. It's insane that property, he valued that at $18 to $20 million. Because there's, I think it's 17 acres, right? From beach to beach. It's a pretty good swath of land. It has a giant facility on it that is actually a business. I think there's like a little hotel type thing going on. There's tennis courts. There's all kinds of crap. But like I watched a video where somebody kind of went through all the properties surrounding it. Now remember, it's 17 acres and there's all this crap. They generate like $25 million a year. So this person went and looked on Zillow, right? Properties all around it, right? There's like a 6-bedroom house on a ½ acre of land. It's just a 6-bedroom house. It's a nice house. $25 million. There's an empty lot that is 10 acres that is right around the corner, like a half a mile away. An empty lot that is going for $150 million because it's 10 acres. And if you extrapolate that acreage, just land, that means the Mar-a-Lago land, take out everything, just the property itself would be worth like $1.5 billion or something like that. It's insane what they're trying to do to this man. They're trying everything they can to take him down. And thank God for the appellate court that's stopping this, because it's just crazy, you guys, what's going on right now. And like I said, they're coming after everybody. The FBI is targeting Trump supporters, and it's just getting crazy out there, and we need to stay strong and keep pushing back against these people, because this isn't right. This is completely wrong what they're doing. And I've said it before, I wasn't that big of a Trump supporter. After January 6th, I lost faith. I was like, this guy needs to just chill out. We need to get some fresh people in there. Of course, I still feel that way, of course. And like I always say, I'm voting for Vivek Ramaswamy for primaries. It's just crazy what they're doing to him. It's nuts, man. But let's read this out and see what we got going on. A New York State appeals court on Friday temporarily halted the dissolution of some of Donald Trump's most valuable properties as it weighs the former U.S. president's appeals in a civil fraud case. The ruling by the New York Appellate Division pauses enforcement of a September order by Justice Arthur Engoron, who found Trump and his family business committed fraud and stripped them of their companies to control crown jewels of his real estate empire, including Trump Tower and 40 Wall Street in Manhattan. The court's move is not an indication of how it will decide the appeal, which could take more than a year. The appeals court, in the same ruling, rejected Trump's bid to put a hold on a trial that began last week to determine how much Trump's 10 of his companies and his 2 adult sons must pay in penalties for allegedly inflating his net worth to secure more favorable loan terms, which that is also insane because, like Trump said, and also, like these loan companies said, there was no fraud. He got the money. They loaned him the money. He paid back the loans with interest. There's nobody that has been defrauded. So how can there be fraud without somebody to defraud? You know, it was a contract between the Trump organization and these loan companies, and that contract is over with. Nobody was defrauded. They got paid their money. So I don't see the problem here. Most people can look at that and see there's something fishy going on with that. And I believe it to be insane. And I don't particularly see myself as far right or far left or any of that. Like I say, I try to be balanced. But this is just insane. Let's keep going. Trump, the frontrunner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, has denied wrongdoing and said the case is part of a political witch hunt. I agree. His lawyer, Christopher Kise, said in a statement on Friday that he was pleased the court's attempt to reach issues, entities, and assets beyond the scope of this case has been suspended. The lawsuit by New York Attorney General Letitia James alleges Trump inflated the value of his assets by billions of dollars to reap hundreds of millions in dollars in ill-gotten savings on loan interest. James is seeking at least $250 million in fines, a permanent ban against Trump and his sons Donald Jr. and Eric from running businesses in New York, and a 5-year commercial real estate ban against Trump and the Trump Organization. The trial is expected to run through mid-December. Trump, who attended the first 3 days of trial in Manhattan earlier this week, has said he will testify. While this is a civil case, Trump faces other major legal challenges that have not been a financial drain and made him the first sitting or former U.S. president to be criminally charged. He has been charged in Washington over his efforts to undo his loss in the 2020 presidential election, in Georgia over moves to reverse election results there, in Florida over his handling of classified documents upon leaving office, and in New York over his hush money payments to a porn star. Trump has denied wrongdoing in all cases and pleaded not guilty, and I would have to agree with Trump's claims on that. The only thing I find I would have done differently is the documents case. I probably would have gave back some of those documents. I mean, it's just documents. Who the hell cares? Now, if Trump knows something is in those documents and wanted to keep that for whatever reason, there's an argument to be made there. If they were trying to take these documents that were his and legally his for no good reason, I can understand that. I personally do not know what's going on with these documents. I don't know why the government wanted them back so bad. Classified or not, who cares? You know, they were being kept in a secure facility. Don't let the news, false, fake narrative machine lie to you that they were just being kept anywhere and everybody had access to them. That's not true. Look at the facts. The other case, the hush money to the porn star, that's BS. That can't be proven. I don't see how they're even trying to bring that case. And like Vivek Ramaswamy says, That's very novel legal theory that they're trying to prove right there. And they can't prove it because there's no paper trail. Whether he did it or not, I personally could care less. Do what you want to do, dude. You know, if you're trying to shut somebody up, whatever. There's no victim in that case. So I don't understand what they're doing with that. These indictments on Trump are crazy. And the political left has gone insane because of this man. And once again, like I said, that's why I kind of wanted him to go away. I would rather have Vivek Ramaswamy in the office, even Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis has been awesome for Florida. He makes me want to move to Florida. The only thing that would keep me from moving to Florida would be two things. One, Florida man, I'm not too eager to become one of those. And two, it's hot. If I'm going to move somewhere, I'm going to move up north somewhere to, like, I don't know, Laconia, New Hampshire, by the way. You know, two extremes. Go from extreme hot to it gets really cold up there. That's where my parents live, in case y'all didn't know. But this fraud case is nuts, man. And everybody who looks at this that isn't far left extremist can see that this is BS, and they know it's BS. We really need to get the far left to come back. Get your butt back over here. You're going way too far. You're going to fall off the map, guys. So anybody who's far left, who's listening to this, please, we don't want you to fall off the map. Because I'm a firm believer in the right and left here. Okay, we have the left, the progressives. They show culture and civilization where we need to go. And the right, conservatives, show us how we're going to get there. And whether we should even go there or not. Which it's good to have those two polar opposites. Because we need polar opposites to have balance. So that's my firm conviction. I've been living off of that conviction for a long time now. And it served me well, I must say. And I hope that everybody watching this can understand that position and how, you know, crucial it is to have balance in your line of thought, line of thinking, the way you do things, the way you act. It's good to have balance. You can't be too far one way or too far the other way. We do need those two polar opposites, though, so some people do have to be on those ends, but it's not a good thing to actually be there. And that's all I got for this one, y'all. I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget, hit that like button, please. If you don't mind, it helps. It helps a lot. We trying to grow. We not growing too fast, but we trying to grow regardless. So if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I read out news, give my opinion on it, so there's a lot of opinions out there. I understand. But that's what I do. So if you into that, if you want to know some political news with a opinion, right here's where you need to be. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, do all that good YouTube-y stuff, and try to have a good day and be positive. Peace.